With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Ready for a deep dive? This time we're tackling something a bit different. We're going to be exploring Christmas. But not just, the presents and carols kind of Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to be going deeper, looking at the real story behind this global celebration.
Mm-hmm.
And to help us do that, we've got this fascinating article here called Christmas 2024, Its Meaning, History, and Cultural Significance.
Wow.
It's pretty comprehensive, right? I mean, it's got everything.
It sounds like it.
So we're going to unpack it together, and hopefully by the end of this, we'll have a better understanding of what Christmas is really all about.
Sounds like a plan. It's
Yeah.
a holiday with like centuries of tradition layered into it.
It really is. And speaking of layers,
Yeah.
what would you say lies at the heart of Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
I know for a lot of people, especially Christians, it's about the birth of Jesus.
Right.
But what about for those who don't celebrate it in a religious way? Like, what is it about Christmas that has such a universal appeal?
That's a great question. You've hit a key point there. You're right. For Christians, it's about the birth of Jesus and the promise of salvation.
Mm-hmm.
But Christmas has also come to represent something much broader. It embodies those values of like generosity and compassion
Yeah.
and that feeling of togetherness, that heartwarming feeling of togetherness,
Uh-huh.
regardless of your personal beliefs.
It's like that yearning for connection and joy,
Absolutely.
especially, during a time of year that can feel pretty dark and cold in many parts of the world.
Exactly. And, that brings us to a pretty fascinating point. Did you know that the roots of Christmas actually predate Christianity?
Really?
Isn't that mind-blowing to think that many of the traditions that we associate with Christmas today actually have origins in ancient pagan festivals?
Wow. That is surprising.
Yeah.
So what kind of festivals are we talking about here?
Well, for example, there's this ancient Roman festival called Saturnalia. Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
It was a week-long celebration honoring Saturn, the god of agriculture. And it took place right around the winter solstice.
So right when the days are shortest and the nights are longest?
Exactly,
Crap.
just like Christmas.
Yeah.
And during Saturnalia, Romans, they would feast, they would exchange gifts,
Hmm.
they would decorate their homes with greenery,
Wow.
and they would even temporarily overturn social norms. For example, slaves would be served by their masters.
Oh.
Gambling was permitted.
It sounds like a wild party.
It does, doesn't it?
Almost like a very early version of our modern-day office Christmas parties,
That's a good way to put it.
with all the revelry and hopefully, a bit less social inversion these days.
Yeah, hopefully. And then there's another one called Yule. It's a midwinter celebration that was observed by the Norse people.
Right.
And they would burn this Yule log for 12 days straight. They would feast and make sacrifices to the gods, hoping for the sun to return and the promise of spring.
So both Saturnalia and Yule, they were essentially celebrations of light and hope
Yes.
during the darkest time of year,
Yes.
long before Christianity arrived on the scene.
Precisely. It seems like humans have always felt this need to find warmth and connection during the winter months.
Right.
And these ancient celebrations offer a fascinating glimpse into the origins of that very human impulse.
Yeah, it's amazing to see these echoes of these ancient traditions in our modern Christmas celebrations, even if we've maybe toned down the whole social inversion thing a bit.
Yeah, maybe just a tad. But how did this transition from pagan festivals to a Christian holiday even happen? Like, were early Christians celebrating Christmas as we know it today?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's not quite as straightforward as you might think. Early Christians, they didn't actually observe Christmas.
Oh,
Their focus was really more on Jesus' death and resurrection,
okay.
and the exact date of his birth was unknown. It wasn't until the 4th century that December 25th was officially declared as the date for celebrating Christ's birth.
So they basically just chose a date.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was there a specific reason behind choosing December 25th, or was it kind of random?
Well, historians believe that it was a strategic move by the early church. December 25th just happened to coincide with the Roman festival of Sol Invictus,
Sol Invictus.
which celebrated the unconquered sun and the return of light after the solstice.
Ah, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
By choosing that specific date,
Yes.
they cleverly aligned the celebration of Christ's birth with an existing pagan festival.
Exactly.
That's a pretty ingenious way to introduce a new religion to a population that was already accustomed to celebrating on that day.
Right. It was brilliant. It allowed the church to offer a Christian alternative to the existing pagan festivities, making it easier for people to adopt the new faith while still enjoying those familiar traditions.
Right.
This merging of traditions was actually instrumental in the spread of Christianity throughout the Roman Empire and beyond.
It's like they repackaged the holiday with a new meaning, but kept a lot of the festive spirit intact.
Exactly. And from there, the observance of Christmas continued to evolve and eventually spread across Europe, becoming the holiday that we know today.
But I'm guessing the story doesn't end there.
Oh, no, not at all. Over the centuries, Christmas continued to pick up new traditions, with each era adding its own kind of flavor to the mix.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. How did some of the specific traditions that we associate with Christmas today, like the tree, the gift giving, even Santa Claus, how did these become a part of the celebration?
Now that's where things get even more fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is fascinating. How we celebrate has definitely changed a lot, too, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a paradox in a way, you know?
Yeah.
You have this holiday that's so rooted in tradition, but it's now facing all these modern dilemmas.
I know what you mean. Like, how do we reconcile the joy and the generosity of Christmas with things like climate change?
Right.
And a world that often feels increasingly divided.
You can feel kind of overwhelming, to be honest.
I get it. But, you know, there's this growing movement out there towards a more mindful and sustainable Christmas. It's not about, like, canceling the joy or anything like that.
Right.
It's more about finding ways to celebrate in a way that aligns with our values and creates a more positive impact.
So when you say sustainable Christmas, I mean, what does that actually look like in practice?
Right. So it's not necessarily about, you know, hemp stockings and wooden toys.
Okay.
Although those are definitely options.
Yeah.
It's more about a shift in perspective, you know?
Okay.
Like, for example, think about choosing eco-friendly decorations, ones that are made from recycled materials or natural elements.
That makes sense.
Or how about supporting local artisans and businesses instead of buying, you know, those mass-produced items that contribute to environmental damage and unfair labor practices?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's about making more conscious choices that align with a more sustainable and ethical approach to celebrating, right?
Exactly. And that extends to gift giving, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, imagine if we could move away from that pressure of just buying tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And focus more on thoughtful gifts.
Right.
Like maybe it's a donation to a charity in someone's name.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or a handmade gift that comes from the heart. Or even an experience that you can share together.
I love that. Those are such great ideas. It's about, you know, quality over quantity.
Yes.
And giving gifts that truly have meaning for the recipient.
Precisely. And you know, this shift towards a more mindful Christmas actually aligns really well with the core values of the holiday.
Really?
Think about it. Generosity, compassion, connection. It's like we're extending that generosity beyond our immediate circle and considering, you know, the well-being of the planet and future generations.
It's like taking those traditional values and applying them to the challenges we face today in the 21st century.
That's a great way to put it.
And speaking of the 21st century, we can't ignore the giant elephant in the room, right?
Oh, yeah.
Technology. I mean, it's transforming how we celebrate everything.
It really is.
Including Christmas.
It's true. From virtual gatherings and online shopping to streaming Christmas movies and sharing festive memes.
Right.
Technology has become really intertwined with our holiday experiences.
It's amazing that we can connect with loved ones across the globe instantly, especially during the holidays. But I also wonder, you know, are we losing something in the process?
That's a good question.
Are we sacrificing genuine connection for the convenience of digital interaction?
That's a valid concern. I think it's all about finding that balance, you know?
Yeah.
Technology can be a wonderful tool for enhancing our connections and making it easier to share that holiday spirit with those who are far away.
Right.
But it shouldn't replace the value of face-to-face interaction.
Absolutely.
You know, the shared traditions.
Yeah.
The warmth of being physically present with loved ones whenever possible.
It's like with anything else. Technology can be a powerful tool, but it's up to us to use it mindfully and make sure that it's not overshadowing, you know, the real essence of what makes Christmas special.
You got it. It's about being present both physically and emotionally and savoring those moments of genuine connection that make the holidays so meaningful.
Yeah.
After all, the true magic of Christmas isn't found, you know, in the digital realm.
Right.
It's in those shared experiences. the laughter, the warmth of human connection that transcends the screen.
Yeah, it seems like every generation has its own, set of challenges when it comes to honoring the true spirit of Christmas. But what I'm hearing you say is that those core values like generosity and compassion and connection,
Yes.
those remain timeless. It's just about finding ways to express them in a way that reflects the world we live in today.
You said it perfectly. Christmas is kind of like a mirror,
Okay.
reflecting back to us who we are and what we prioritize as a society. It's a holiday that's always evolving, adapting to the times. And yet at its core, it still speaks to that universal longing for connection, for joy, especially during that darkest time of the year.
When you think about everything we've talked about today, from those Roman Saturnalia feasts to the evolution of Santa Claus and the complexities of celebrating sustainably in a digital age,
It's a lot.
it's mind-boggling to see how much Christmas has evolved over the centuries.
It really is. It's a testament to the holiday's enduring appeal, don't you think?
For sure, it's like a tapestry that's woven from threads of history and folklore
Yeah.
and evolving cultural values.
Unlike any good tapestry, it's full of all these intricate details and hidden stories just waiting to be discovered.
So as we approach Christmas 2024, what are some of the key takeaways that you hope our listeners will kind of carry with them as they celebrate?
Well, I think first and foremost, I hope they'll appreciate the depth and the richness of this holiday's history.
Yeah.
Understanding where our traditions come from can really add a whole new layer of meaning to our celebrations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're also encouraging people to take a more mindful approach to celebrating.
Yes.
One that considers the well-being of the planet and embraces those core values of generosity and compassion in a way that extends beyond our immediate circle.
Exactly. It's about remembering that Christmas is more than just, a day on the calendar.
Right.
It's a spirit that we can carry with us throughout the year.
Yeah.
A spirit of giving, of connecting, and of spreading, joy and kindness wherever we go.
I love that. That's such a beautiful thought to leave our listeners with. As we wrap up this deep dive into the heart of Christmas, I think it's worth everyone taking a moment to consider how we can each embody that spirit, not just during the holidays, but, in our everyday lives. How can we carry that warmth, that generosity, that sense of connection into the new year and beyond?
Because in the end, the real magic of Christmas isn't found under a tree or in a stocking. It's in the way we treat each other.
Yeah.
The kindness we extend, the love we share, that's the gift that keeps on giving long after, the decorations are packed away and the carols have faded.
That's a beautiful sentiment to end on. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today.
It was my pleasure.
And for taking us on this fascinating journey through the history and meaning of Christmas.
Of course.
To our listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive and that you'll carry that spirit of Christmas with you throughout the year.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.